Endless pads. Endless pads. I've come to Okayama. Someone's basically turned shipping containers into a hotel. Staying in a place called Suyama. Hey, look at this. What do you reckon? Now then, welcome back to Japan, back to the Alto. The Alto's doing a 5-hour endurance race this weekend, and today we're going to be having a quick check over it, making sure everything's going to be all right for that race. I've got a 4-hour drive just to get there, so you know the Alto's going to be doing some miles this weekend. But today we've got some new tyres to fit, and we've got a few things to try and fix / investigate. And yes, I brought my overalls across just for the occasion. So we're going to be going across to Jesse's place now, who owns the Alto. He's racing with us in the today, the Honda. But yeah, the Alto. What does it need then? Well, a cigarette lighter doesn't work, so we've got no power for accessories. Could do with fixing that really for cameras, or maybe run the Garmin or whatever. There's a bit of a belt squeak, a faint belt squeak, and also I'm pretty sure I can feel some knocking, especially from the back, and I think a faint knocking from the front as well. So we'll just give the wheels a shake and see if we can, basically, we're not really in a rush to fix if it's, you know, what we're trying to find out is can it make a 5-hour race, right? That's what we're interested in. We're not after, you know, the absolute pleasurable, lowest NVH drive in the world, right? If it's a bit rattly and a bit knocky, but it's not going to fall off, that's good. If we find like a ball joint that's on its last legs that once we start pushing it on circuit it'll just snap, then obviously you've got a couple of days to fix that. So anyway, let's go over to Jesse's place. It's also still got the aircon on this car, so if there's time I won't mind just whipping there. I'll try it now because it is quite a warm day, but yeah, the aircon doesn't work, so we may as well at least take the belt off. The compressor will have a clutch, but you know, when you're dealing with 660cc, every little helps, doesn't it? So we'll probably, yeah, we'll look at that as well. But let's get off. We've got about a 20-minute drive. I'll see you when I get there. YouTuber man, straight away. Don't miss any content. Just want to give the wheels a shake because it feels... Oh. How wobbly is it? What the hell? What? Don't feel too bad? Nah, I can't feel anything. What, when you're driving, you can feel like... I think it might be the back. I might just jack the back before I go, just to give it a shake as well, if you don't mind. Yeah, sure. Go get the spares. Just have a look at that. Yeah. Like this is where the, if you have a look, there's a stupid bolt that holds the window washer bottle on you. And there's a 10mm bolt that goes on the very top of the wheel arch. Yeah. So there was a bolt for the washer, but he's taking it out. So hopefully that won't happen again. Endless pads. Endless pads. I thought I could feel something, but maybe not. So we'll keep these tyres as spares. I mean, there ain't much wrong with that one, it's just the toe slightly wearing the insides. See how this comes all the way out here, but I would like to remove this aircon, at least the belt. I'm thinking if nothing else we just cut the belt off for the aircon. It definitely doesn't work anyway. Yeah. I don't know why they would have left it on. Maybe some regulations. Well, the aux belt feels okay, the alternator belt, fan belt, but there's an additional belt for the aircon that I thought might be worth taking it off.
Yeah, go ahead, like adjust it off and take it off here, it's probably okay.
Is it a stretch belt? So is that water pump and alternator? Maybe. That's pretty dirty, isn't it? Just looking at the air filter, it's a little bit dirty. Let's see if we can throw a freshie in. Yeah, this belt doesn't have a tensioner, so I guess it's a stretchy belt. So we can try and hack it off. Maybe put like a penny underneath the belt and crank it and see if it'll skip. Huh. Let's see if it'll skip off. Yeah, that didn't quite work. No, I just had a look. It looks a bit dirty.
A bit.
Yeah.
It's squashed.
Yeah.
Might be able to go down to Yellow Hat and get another one.
Yellow Hat, right?
Yeah, that's the closest kind of parts store near here, and they have pretty much nothing. Might have.
You'd have thought that'd be quite a universal part, right?
Yeah, they might have something like an air filter for one of these shoot shooters. Now it's a race car.
Nice. Oh, are they my road wheels, are they?
Yeah, you're
Cool.
spare slash.
Are they actual T37s?
They
So we'll keep these for the race. Then we've got some actual T37s, 14s to run about on. Look at the rubber. I think I might get a bit of wheel vibrations.
T37 gravels, 14 by 6 plus 30, yeah.
T37 gravels, yeah. I think there's a bit of gravel in the back of them.
Yeah, it's,
They might vibrate a little bit on the expressway, I think.
yeah, you've got to get that off. A little bit,
Oh, this one's clean.
that one had a unfortunate demise.
Oh, really?
That was where I was a lap ahead of everyone, and the wheel struts failed. And that's why the inside edge is all mounted.
The wheel looks brand new.
It's just clean.
Oh.
It's got like inserts because it chewed all of the.
Yeah, I see it. Nice. All right, let's get these back on the front.
I like the beam the strut mod.
Haha, yeah, man. That's the mod. What are we gonna do about this belt? Maybe there's something. Ooh. In this little toolkit. Yeah, I don't know if to just take the compressor off.
Why not just? Isn't there some adjustment there? You can just like slack it off and the belt will fall.
I think it's a stretch belt.
Really?
So
There must be some way to.
you probably won't be surprised to hear that I made a right meal out of taking this belt off. Typical DC2 fashion, just a little bit Japanese now. All I had to do was remove one bolt and maybe loosen slightly the other ones so that the compressor could rock, and then I'd be able to get the belt off. But yeah, I spent ages just pissing about. You can take the man out of the barn, but you can't take the barn out of the man. Of course, my aircon belt knowledge goes as far as BMW, so I was convinced this was a stretch belt, which is obviously not a thing in 90s K cars. Luckily, Jesse was there to halt the nonsense.
Yeah, this one here, if you undo this one here, the whole thing should rotate. Like swing in towards the engine. See how it's in a slot?
Alright. Let's try.
If it's easy to get onto.
Nothing's easy to get onto. It's not too bad actually. Oh yeah. Yeah. Clever guy. I'm too used to the Euro stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking stretch belts. What the fuck's that?
Yeah.
That sounds like a sleeping nightmare to me.
No, you're right, man. That was very easy. So we'll leave everything else there just in case. Mind just jacking up the rear just to...
Oh yeah.
No, nothing's like seriously broken anyway. That wheel's got a bit of a...
Don't worry, after Sunday I'm sure we'll have...
They remind me of Corvette wheels, these things.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, what the C4?
Yes, C4 maybe, yeah. Oh, it looks fast now with the T's on the front. Thanks. Oh yeah, the Siggy lighter doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it no power or?
Just no power. I mean, I don't know if you've got a meter or anything, but it's yeah, no power.
He is.
There's no guide.
It's got what they're meant to be, but it doesn't say what they do. I'll Google it and see if there's something.
You got it? Found some treasure?
Yes, but I might need some pliers to get that one out.
Can you see it yet? Might be ACC accessory. Oh, cigar, of course. 15 amps, not bad, not bad.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, you found it. Is she dead, Jim? I think she's dead.
Yeah, it's not looking too healthy.
Right, well you can take out the one. De-icer is the third one along from where you are, if you want to swap that. We shouldn't need that, should we?
There's not, have a look, there's nothing there.
Oh, it's been pulled already?
They're all empty.
Oh. Seat heater. Horn hazard. Radio dome is on the next row, third in. 15, blue one.
Yep.
Well, I've got the test here. Oh, the accessory.
Make sure where is it? Because
It's here.
it doesn't look like the wires are...
The wires look pretty minging, but I don't think they're shorting. Yeah, it's working.
Sweet. Just make sure that the wires can't swing around and short on anything, because whenever you see a blown fuse, it's a
Yeah.
telltale sign something ain't right.
Well, unless like someone put 15 GoPros through it or something. Like you've got one of those big 4-into-1 here, so
That hasn't happened. Well, maybe someone did before me, because it is a race car. It was before. Like I didn't take all the air deadening out, like the sound deadening out and stuff, but
I mean the wiring don't look great.
yeah, the
Just
wiring doesn't look good. I'd be just making sure it doesn't short on anything.
Someone, that red wire, someone's added it in. So someone's running something else from here. So I wonder if that maybe shorted out, but there's nothing metal back there, unless there's like a radio jack here, maybe it touched that. Should be okay. Lovely. Yeah, someone's running like an extra wire down here, so I think it must have been from that.
Okay.
There's like an extra wire that someone's added in. So I'm guessing that maybe shorted out, but
Yeah, just make sure nothing touches, I guess.
yeah, there's nothing metal here anyway, so it should be alright. Have you ever used it before, the Siggy lighter in this? No?
No, I got this car for this event.
Right, so we've actually got everything done then. We've got new tyres, we've got a new valve because one of them was leaking slightly, got rid of the aircon belt and fixed the
cigar lighter, as they call it here. So yeah, I managed to swap a fuse from the rear demister, but it looks like the weather's going to be all right this weekend anyway, so we'll not worry too much about that. I'm going to go to a shop now called Yellow Hat to try and get a new air filter. I need to get some fuel as well, it was a bit of an experience last time, and I'm going to be on my own this time, so see how that goes down. I might just set the camera going in the car or something so you can try and listen to me. But yeah, we'll go to fuel, and then we'll go to a place called Yellow Hat, which sounds a bit like a Euro car parts kind of deal. So our Andrew Page, yeah, looks pretty sporty now on the T37s, right? All right, let's go. Oh yeah, I couldn't feel any knocking anywhere, so I guess it's just how it be, you know. Super firm ride, but I thought I could hear like a top mount or something on the rear, but couldn't feel anything. So, you know, if it's not going to fall off imminently, then let's not worry about it. Okay, let's get some fuel. Wrong pump. I'm not going to video because it's rude. I can put the camera maybe like that. Not accepting my card. So I had to get the man to help me, but I think I kept pressing cancel rather than continue. He was asking me if I've got a loyalty card, and I was trying to say no, continue, but I kept pressing cancel. So one option was yellow, one option was red, so it was the red option that I wanted, of course, which doesn't mean cancel. But the yellow one was to cancel. Oh, whatever, it's done now. Let's go to Yellow Hat.
Turn left, head northeast.
So this race that we're doing on Sunday, it's pretty serious. I mean, maybe it's just the Japanese enthusiasm, but I was looking at some of the previous year's entries, and yeah, some of the cars are pretty good. Like, people make a lot of effort on their cars, like liveries and stuff like that. It's not just like, well, we're used to Driftland, and fair enough, some people do make some good effort at Driftland, but there's going to be 50 K cars all racing against each other, you know, it's going to be pretty good. And the track looks pretty gnarly as well. I'll put the track map on here so you can see it's bigger. It looks a bit go-karty, but apparently it's bigger than a go-kart track. They use it a lot for drifting as well, but it should be pretty good for what we want to do with it. And I can see Yellow Hat just up the road. Tackleberry. Wait a minute, this isn't Big Yellow, is it? Ah. Okay, we're at the wrong store, that's fine. Imagine having two big yellow shops next to each other. Right, well, I'll let you know how this goes. Hopefully well. It's gone to look in the back for us. This is a proper little car shop, this. Yellow hat. Could do with getting a super long USB-C lead. Oh, I wonder if they call them windscreen mounts here. Probably not, eh? Oh, they've only gone and done it. I think they found it for a different car, but let's try and find a long lead for the GoPro now. I found a 2 meter one, but yeah, nice little car part shop. Shout out to Yellow Hat. They've even got overalls on. They recognise me as one of their own. That was nice of them. They let me use a little tyre inflator thing. These tyres were less than 1000 kPa, which is less than 14 psi. I thought it felt a bit squidgy. I've got a drive to do tomorrow to a place called Fuyuksuma something. It's about a 3-hour jaunt, which gets me within about half an hour of the track that we're racing at, and we're going west as well, so even further away from Tokyo, where we'll be going next week. So did have to stop myself from buying they had some ciggy lighters that you could, you know, wire in yourself, even fused ones and everything. I did think about buying one as maybe a backup, but I've bought a 2 meter GoPro lead, which is maybe not going to be long enough, but I'll see. I'll do a test. And yeah, because the camera situation's a little bit dire, to be honest. There's nowhere really to put a proper camera. I was going to try and get a mount around one of the headrests. Try and get one of my I don't think I've brought anything small enough really to go around there, so it'll probably just be one GoPro there. But obviously if it's wired in and then people open the door for whatever reason, if they do open the door, then, you know, it's going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it? So, and it's a 5-hour race, that's why I need probably power to the GoPro. I can try and get a couple of different GoPros in, but yeah, I'll figure something out. Thanks to Yellow Hat Men's, that was nice. Thanks to Jesse for lending me some toolage. And yeah, the Alto, fresh air now, breathing fresh air, ciggy lighter, and hopefully a bit freer with that aircon belt off. So yeah. Yeah, this just pulled up next to me as I was doing my outro. Not teabag, eh? Bit stauncy. A little bit of bonus content if anyone's interested. Just on my way to the digs for the endurance race. Nice little 3-hour jaunt in the Alto, but I've come to Okayama Circuit, which is where the 3rd and 4th rounds of the Honda One make is. So it's meant to be a pretty sweet track. There's a motorbike track day on today, but I think there's some Toyota Yaris racing thing testing as well today, as far as I could work out. Apparently the food is exceptional here, so we're gonna go and get some lunch in a minute, but yeah, just wait for a motorbike to come past, shall we? am I now? I think this is the first corner, right? I think the scran is that building in the middle, so let's go get some scran. Looks like I just made the end of this session, but just want to show you the pits, man. They're pretty good. Oh, now someone coming around. Nice. Look at all the Gucci names. Gucci, 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 Gucci. I'm gonna try and get. There's a tunnel over there. It's to the pits. Obviously, I'm not going on track, so. Or am I going on track? Apparently, for 1,100 yen, which is about £7. You can do 2 laps behind the safety car. It's like an experience. I don't think it's on today though. Let's go try and sneak through this tunnel. I'm doing it. I'm driving through the tunnel. The track looks pretty cool. It's quite similar to I guess it's quite similar to Central in some ways. I guess they got like a certain feel about them. I mean, what's different? What's different? Probably nothing really, right? Tell you what, warm today. It was snowing when I got here a week ago, and now it's about 20 degrees, easy probably. All right, made it through the tunnel. I just seen something very cool, and I was pulling in. These are all the course cars, I guess, but have you seen it yet? Nice little course car you've got there, sir. Left-hand drive. Strange. All the trucks. Anyway, let's get some scran. The Grand Prix cafes awaiting us. The door was locked. There's a big building here, but it looks a bit posh. Slight problem. It's members only. I'm not a member. Oh no. I just called the expert, the chaperone, Jesse, and he says just walk right in, mate. You'll be all right. He said use the Gaijin factor, but it's written in English on the doors, members only. So I'm not hungry anyway. It just looks like nice views up there. I'd like to let's see if we can find another way to get up on the terrace. The track's stopped at the minute anyway, so we'll just chill out. I just finally got the courage to go and open the revolving door and see what's inside. And it was locked. I just walked into it. I just had a walk at the paddock here. I think it's just motorbikes now. There might have been something else this morning, but now it's just the motorbikes. What are these little chody, stumpy vans? Like flat-nosed vans, loads of them. I think they're putting their bikes in the back of them, by the looks. Everything's just these little flat-nosed vans. Well, I say everything, predominantly. But yeah, no four-wheel vehicles for us to look at. I guess we can try another entry into the cafe. There's like a stairway here, look. Maybe we can sneak in that way. I wanted to get up there, but it's no, staff only.
think this is the first time I've had sun on my bones all year. It's still March here, but it's proper hot. Well, it's not proper hot, but it's... I'm getting a bit... I need to go and get some sun creme. But yeah. Shame about the Scran. I was looking forward to that. Look at that nice little scranny building up there. There's no one in it, to be fair, so maybe it is just closed. Although the lights are on, but nobody's home. Water feature. Hey, look at this. Japanese Coke cans are bigger. 350 ml. 350. I think I'm going to take off from here now. I want to show you my digs for tonight because it's someone's basically turned shipping containers into a hotel by the looks. I don't know, but I'm just going to sit on the step outside of the restaurant that I'm not allowed in the shade. Get some shade for 5 because I'm cooking. And then I want to show you my digs and try and get some sun cream more. Sun cream more. We're going to leave Okayama now. Okayama. Would have been nice to get in the calf, but guess who's racing? Have I mentioned yet who's racing here? Not next round, but next round after that. It's the Honda One makes on again, so you never know. We might have chances to come back and finally get into that prestigious cafe, yeah, for an unforgettable luncheon. But I'm gonna go try and get some sun creme and all that, and then I'm gonna show you my digs. So let's go and have a look. Digs look pretty cool, man. Cheap as well, but that's obviously another bonus. But yeah, shipping container digs coming right up. Oh yeah, there's a shop here. Meant to say there's a shop here. I thought, I'll get this in a trinket at least, you know, a little trinket, a little sticker or some sort of key ring or something like that. But the shop's members only as well. Got a Ferrari inside race car, but I've noticed this in Japan. Membership cards and like, yeah, all that kind of stuff's it's pretty big. You know, it's everywhere. Like every shop you go into has got. I know England's a bit like that as well, or getting like that. But I mean, I can't imagine MSV putting the lasagna behind a paywall. You know, I mean, you know, Palmer wouldn't do that. It wouldn't block me off from the lasagna, would he? I don't think he would. For all his sins. Anyway, shipping container. I just arrived. Staying in a place called Tsuyama, right? We're about half an hour away from Bihoku, which is the racetrack. For Sunday, I've got 2 days here. I've not been inside yet. Oh yeah, I had to show Jesse the mod. What's the mod? For when your gas struts go, what do you do? Yeah, to stop it hitting on your head, you give them one of these, don't you? It just makes it a little bit stiffer to open and close, but at least you don't bang your head anymore. Let's have a nosy inside. I've not been inside yet. Oh, of course. I might go further because I need to get my bags, but that's alright, isn't it? All the doors open outwards in Japan, I've noticed. Certainly the toilet doors. But yeah, nice little shack. This was about 15,000 yen for 2 nights, which is about 70 quid for 2 nights. So it's like travel lodge levels, but I mean, got a big telly and a nice little desk there to do some editing later, I reckon. I've got some more stuff to do tomorrow, so I'll just keep carrying on with this. I might even try and do it today. I need to figure out where I'm going to put GoPros and stuff in the Alto and try and get some power rigged up. So yeah, maybe I'll show you that as well. A little bit of vlogging. But for now, I'm going to get settled, so catch you in a bit. I just got immediately locked out because I put the key in for the light and then went to get my bag and the door closed. And there's a full bus of people getting signed in right now. Mint. We're back in.
Google Translate saved me then. I've locked myself out already. Just done my first wash. 600 yen, £3 for a wash and dry. What's that? I don't know. Includes detergent. Okay, 2 hours. Enjoy. Yeah, the washing machine had a lock on it as well, so just in case that bird from Fight Club turns up, tries to steal my clothes. Hey, I'm just trying to set up where I want to put GoPros for this race. I've been looking at trying to run them as like dash cams. I didn't realise you can actually mess about with GoPros quite a lot. I only found out today. There's like a developer kit and there's loads of like what's the word, like hacky stuff you can do, which is like officially supported through GoPro, and there's all sorts of different ways you can mess about with your GoPro, such as having it you can have it turn on and record, you know, when it gets power, but you do need a battery for them when it needs to save the file at the end. So I'm trying to mitigate heat. It's probably going to be a hot day. I was thinking about having something just maybe like a camera out and then a camera in, but I think it's going to get too hot if the sun's in the sun. So ideally I'd like it on this B pillar here, but I've only got, this is an iPhone lead, but I've only got 2 meter cables. I could do with a 3 meter cable really. So I'm going to try and see if I can find a 3 meter cable from an electronics shop or something. I'm sure there'll be something around here somewhere. And then I need to get, I think I've got a double. I need to go and make sure I think I've got a double one to go and make sure it works. This is interesting for all you nerds out there, which I know is everyone. So this is meant to be a 2.4 amp outlet, but no, doesn't like it. It'll charge my phone and everything. So this outlet, bottom one's 2.4 and the top one's like the quick charger, whatever you call it, you know, the new standard. So it's happy with this one, is it? Interesting. This is kind of loose in there as well. I mean, I can't remember the other one being like that. I'm going to go to Super Auto Box anyway. Not Super, it's just a regular one, but an Auto Box. There's one just down the road. I'll see if I can get a fresher plug and hopefully one with 2. I mean, remember the fuse that we changed yesterday was a 15 ampere, so if I'm running 2 at 2 amps, that should be fine, right? More than enough. These are only 5 volts as well, so I don't know. What's the output? Can't really read it. Let's go and see what they've got at the store. Oh yeah, I wonder if voltage drop's playing into it as well, because that's obviously a 2 meter cable. Maybe. I was just about to drive there. It's 700 meters away. I think we'll walk. Right around the corner, man. I found something that might be useful. This is a plug-in with at least a meter cable. I reckon it's 7.2 amp out. So split across 2, that'll be fine, right? But what they haven't got is another 2 meter USB A to C cable. Yeah, I think something like this might be useful. Just cable tie it somewhere. That place is Japanese Alfred's. Definitely. I didn't get any sandpaper, I just remembered in the queue. We could do with some sandpaper if we're going to stick those suction mounts to the old plastic, just to rough it up a bit. But I didn't get a long enough charger cable either, so there's apparently a home improvement shop here, so we'll have a look, see if they've got any longer cables. Bingo. This is like a Japanese B&Q maybe, I don't know, there's loads of pet stuff and all that as well, but that's what we wanted. Yeah, look at this. That was good, I got everything I needed in that Japanese B&Q. No, better than B&Q. Well, the shop does pet food and car chargers and sandpaper. Dunno. Nice sunset, eh? Alright, it's cooled down a bit now. It'd be a good time, it'd be a good idea to let these adhesives, get them in tonight really, and they've got all day tomorrow to set. I'm probably going to put one there, I think. The trick with these as well is to not give the GoPro too much leverage. So not having it hanging out too far from where we're going to mount it. I feel like, I thought that would be a good spot, but I don't know if the pads are big enough. There's like a blank there where the sun visor would be for the passenger if this car was high enough spec. But that should give a good view of the track and what's going on in the cabin. And then I wouldn't mind having a rear view, maybe a front view and a rear view would be nice. You don't really need to see me, do you? I'd rather have action than vanity. Is there anywhere nice to put a rear view? See, the headliners, well, it's pretty stained, mind. But yeah, the headliners get in the way a little bit. Be alright if the headliner wasn't there, eh? But I don't think we can commit to that just yet. We'll come back to the rear view. Let's test this power thing, because I'm dubious about these things. I think this was about 15 quid maybe, so you'd hope it's going to be alright. How much was it? 2,200 yen, so about 12 quid, 11 quid. Well, it must be good if it's got like a heatsink on it. Oh well, maybe not a heatsink, but it's got some cooling ducts. Oh, is that a heatsink? I don't know. How does it fit in the slot? Does it feel tight? Not especially. Not especially tight, but let's try it out. Alright, so the way we're going to test this, so remember this is 7.2 amp maximum, right? Split across 4. We're only using 2, and we need 2 amps each, right? We need 2 amps to go to each of these leads, but they're going across 2 meter cables, right? But the cables do also say up to 3 amps, right? So, who's lying, right? Or is this going to work? Or is somebody lying? Let's find out. So, key to accessory. So this is lit up now. Can I turn on both GoPros? No. No, neither of them have got enough power. Haha. Excellent. Is that because the engine's not running maybe? No. Excellent. That's just excellent. But will it run in conjunction with a battery? Oh, the red light's on, so it's charging, I guess. Wow. So this is even worse than... I couldn't get one with less than 4 outputs. Obviously I only needed 2 outputs, but I couldn't get one with less than 4. Well, they're gonna have to have batteries in anyway, so it is what it is. Someone's lying. Who is it? All right, just looking at mounting now. We're gonna have to keep both cameras at the front, and just realised there. So we'll put like probably just a suction cup down there and have like a camera, like a vanity camera, and try and, if we've got this seat all the way down like that, then hopefully you'll be able to see a bit of what's behind as well, maybe, if I tweak the exposure. I was going to mount, that's the reason we got the sandpaper, was I was going to mount the other GoPro here, but it's really squidgy. I don't know if you can see. Exposure, right? It's super squidgy. So ideally I'd like to just remove this, but need to check the regulations because Jesse thinks it might be required for the regs. So that'd be annoying. An update from the news desk. Echo. Good news and bad news. Good news, looks like I can remove that bit of trim. It says the dashboard and the door linings have still got to be there. I don't say anything else about anything else. Bad news, this is off a dodgy translator website, but still, the removal of air conditioners, heaters is not permitted, must be in good working order. Removal of air conditioning belts is also prohibited. The good news is, my washing should be done. Right, I think it'd be wise if I didn't snap that off, so we need to get I'll go and buy a socket, go back up to that shop tomorrow. Well, maybe I'll go now. I'd like to get this done, really. It's getting dark. So I need to put the belt back on. I can do that anytime. We'll take that off properly. And I was going to snap it off, but I mean, what have we learned from, you know, we've kept the Oxford, we've kept the belt here. We didn't just cut it off, and now we need it. So yeah, let's try and take it off properly. I don't know if there's a little, I doubt there's a little toolkit here kicking about anywhere in here. No. I do have a 10mm spanner, but I don't think I should have brought the Nipex. Could have done everything with them. What do you reckon? Finest. It's the finest. Oh, I hope that's not our only option. Oh, what's that one? Oh, it's got a lot more going on it. Bit big though. That should be alright. How much is that? 18 quid. All the way up to 14mm. We need 12s for the... This should do us. Yeah, lovely. What a lovely case. This could be the best one I've ever bought. Look at the quality. You can tell it's good quality by the finish. I needed a tape measure anyway. I've got to measure my luggage before taking it on the Shinkansen, the bullet train. Make sure it's not too big. Okay, then come on. Never goes in, got to come out. There we go. Oh, I've got a spark plug socket. I'll do the belt tomorrow, can't bother now. But I'm going to get a sticky pad on here. Oh, hang on, there was a... Can't forget the divider. Life Flex. Do any of you watch Vice Grip Garage? Do any of you watch Vice Grip Garage? He always buys tools when he's on the road, doesn't he? Oh, the amount of receipts you get is a bit silly here. They love paper and plastic. I mean, I should probably not knock it, right? I'll miss it when it's gone. If you're wondering what I'm eating out here, it's been pretty good overall, I'd say. I've been doing alright. I've been mostly in the Airbnb. I was just going to the shop and, you know, getting eggs and stuff and just cooking as normal, really. You know, I'm not that fussy. You can imagine what my palate is like, right? Yeah. But here, they gave me a meal token and says you can pick anything you want. I was like, what's this then? Room service? No. Big freezer up there and a microwave down there. So, frozen microwaved bolognese. Got pretty cold in the old shipping container last night, but it's warm today. Oh, it's really hot today. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning, but like, it's real hot. Right, we need to get this power steering belt back on. I've just undone the tensioner, but we need to, I think we need to loosen it off a little bit on the bottom as well. I should say the adjuster, not the tensioner. That's loose now, will it move? It will move, okay. Ooh, oh, we need to get this clear. Ah, there's my, I was looking for you, flippy flops. Right. So we've not got a lot to do on the car today. We've got to get this belt back on, which should hopefully be done very shortly, and then just set some GoPros up and tidy the wiring away and stuff. Okay, that's on. Might be a hack to leave it loose so that we can, so the belt falls off in the race or something. So it'll pass inspection, but then, oh, sorry, the belt must have fallen off, you know? If we leave it loose, is it going to cause more friction or less? I don't know. Can't quite get to the bolt now, which is less than ideal. No. I think I'm going to send today, probably just for editing videos inside with the aircon on the window and the blinds shut. Wow, it's too hot. I hope it's not like this tomorrow. It's too hot for racing. I've got it, just about. The belt could be tighter, but we'd need like a lever bar to pull down on it and while someone else tightens it up, but for now that'll do. And check the radiator. Oh. Expansion tank looks good. Let me check the engine oil. Engine oil is a little bit low, we'll put some in. Well, it was above halfway, but we need to be above maximum really. If it's going to do 5 hours at full chart. Only the best. Hello? Just a cap they have to pry off, maybe. Huh. Okay. Bastard. Oh god. Tastes like the good stuff anyway. Yeah, looks good. So we're just above the maximum marker, which is where we want to be. Oh, weird oil can. Alright, cool. Mechanic's good. Just need to get those GoPros happy and get all the electronics happy. Give the car a bit of a clean out inside. Oh, it's so hot. It must be 25 degrees at least. I can still taste engine oil. Okay, let's pack away the mechanic. You know it's good when the sticker falls off and there's no branding on the case. Oh no, it's going to fall off too. Cool. I think I'll start by having a tidy up in here and then we'll get the GoPro stuff in. Put that there for now. Oh, what's that? Some GoPro stuff. Can I have a rubbish bag? Yeah. How are you feeling today? Yeah. A little bit squishy, but not too bad. And you're alright there, aren't you? We should put tethers as well, and put some tethers around in case they do fall off. That'll be a good idea. So where are we going to have our mate? The 7 ampere. If I sit that up there, I can run a short cable to that one. It might keep the power up a little bit. Might have it a bit higher as well, so you can maybe try and see in the back a little bit. Rubbish. And then can we run this cable up that A-pillar, maybe? Is it gonna be long enough? It's gonna be long enough. I might go to the store and see if I can get some like cable tidy kind of stuff, like maybe some like P-clips that'll stick. Yeah. Anyway, give me a moment. I cut a little V out in this A-pillar trim, so hopefully we can get, the clips are all pretty stinky, but it came off all right, so if we can get it back in now, we'll run that cable down, then it's got somewhere to come out. Ooh. Okay, one in there somewhere. Come on, stinky plastic. Okay. Yes, that works. Wait. Nice. It'd be nice to get this rubber back on with the cable inside it, but I don't think we will be that lucky. Maybe. That might just work. I think that might work. Feels pretty solid. So where are we going to fix you? This does come with a little bit of sticky. So what's the best way to get it up there? I'm sweating so much. I can feel the sweat running down my armpits. It's very nice. Okay, that's nice. What do we think like that? Just put it straight there. maybe? Last thing I want is cables kind of getting in the way of stuff. Come on. Can't quite get it to bend back on itself. Come on. Yes. Trying to not get shit in the ports. Make sure it's nice and greasy by wiping my finger on it. Let's try this. All right. That feels pretty good. Right, I think I'm gonna go and play GoPros. So that's probably it from this one. I'll do a proper outro, shall I? Got a right sweat on already, it's proper hot, you know. I thought Japan was on the same latitudinal lines as England, but it's not, it's like Spain, so makes sense, right? But I'm just gonna finish up tidying the Alto inside, and yeah, I'm gonna play with the GoPro, see if I can make them start when they get power, because that'll save a little bit of faffing about. But that's all for this video. I think I've done quite a lot now, further than what I was gonna do the other day, but you'll be seeing the Alto in the 5-hour endurance race tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you there. It's gonna be fun. There's 3 different teams for Streeter. So there's Jesse and his mate. So I'm not gonna try and do the Japanese names, but there's Jesse and his mate, so it's like a mixed race team, and there's me and a chap called Hayden from Australia. So we've got like a white, you know, the pride of the Queen of Her Majesty's team, and then we've got an all Japanese team as well. And these are 3 cars, all by all under the Streeter Corp team name. There's going to be 50 other, you know, well, there's going to be a total of 50 cars, so lots of good stuff to come. So I'll see you there. Exciting. All right, I know you're excited as me for the first test. I know I said end the video, but first test. So when I put the key to accessory, these should both get a power trigger and turn on and start recording. Unfortunately, I've only got one of these battery doors, which allows me to plug stuff in. So I'm having to run the medium on here, which may increase, well, will increase heat or reduce heat dissipation. So I don't know how long that thing's gonna last, but accessory on. Record. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. How's the view? This one's not too bad. Anyway, accessory power off, and then accessory power off, and then in 10 seconds they should turn off again. Cool. Back on. Hey, it works! It's working! It's working! I don't know if it'll last the 5 hours or not, but at least I can say I made some effort. Yeah? See you tomorrow.